Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So in the last episode, we basically found out who the Flame Emperor was, and it was actually Edelgard the entire time. Big shocker there for anyone who's never played this game. And now we're about to go to war. So we got a month to prepare, less actually. So now I could basically try to recruit everyone. We only got 2 weeks, I believe.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To war.
And I gotta see if I could do all the paralogs before the time skip. So I'm hoping I get lucky here.
Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky. A silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
I still don't get what this picture's supposed to mean right here. It almost looks like the parents are disappointed in their daughter getting pregnant, but I'm not even sure what it means. I guess it's based up to anyone's interpretation, but then again, I didn't really look at it like that. So we'll see where that picture goes, if someone can analyze it better for me. I don't know. Oh boy. Jesus. I got my work cut out for me.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart. There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Oh, I don't know about the deity part, but she is more or less demonizing you guys.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
Can you at least tell them to at least work a day or two to help you guys out with everything?
It will be done.
I just think it's funny how they didn't get really creative in the invasion, against the invasion. They could have had like huge freaking pillars and rocks just rolling down there and crushing a huge, a pile of enemies. It'd probably be very gory, but anything is possible. Especially with Dimitri. I mean, for God's sakes, the man could lift a freaking horse carriage with one arm effortlessly.
Professor, listen closely.
I love how Rhea's already preparing should the worst happen.
If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you. You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return.
This was kind of vague. I still think this is really weird for her to say that.
I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
My guess is that she means she's talking about Sothis instead of Byleth, because I don't think she realizes that Byleth just inherited her powers, nothing else about her at all. Not even the origin of Sothis, or, Sothis herself, and where she came from, and all these other shenanigans that happened throughout the whole course of this game's past history.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel, one who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
He makes it sound like it's overly bad. It's not like she ever used any real people for this. She just committed an atrocity of making artificial life, which is homunculus. That's basically it. Unless I'm remembering her backstory completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure she never harmed anyone.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the professor after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
They still never really state what would happen to Byleth, you know, himself, herself, whatever you want to say. Oh god, Constance. I just think it's funny because I still think Byleth would cease to exist. Should I go with Lavender Blend?
I am sorry you could find no one but me to share your tea with. I shall endeavor to hold up my end of the conversation nonetheless.
Oh god, I was hoping to be one of those.
Allow me to express my deepest thanks.
But as I was saying, I just think it's funny because they never really state what would happen to Byleth, but in Three Hopes, they make it seem like
Warms me to my core.
Sothis is trying to take over Byleth's conscience, but Byleth's not letting it happen all the way through, and I think it's because they believe they're going to cease to exist. And I don't know, I think that might be the case going into this. So basically, it's no different than Sothis more or less killing Byleth, I guess.
Yes.
Oh god.
No.
So, how does salty, sad, shady Constance work? There's no point in me doing this anymore.
Yes.
Oh my god.
doubt
I have no idea what
my
this woman
opinion.
likes. Especially if...
My mistake.
okay, see? It's very hard to get to understand this one right here. The other one would be much more different. Doggone it, Constance.
I shall take my leave now. I hope that I have not wasted too much of your time.
This is so freaking weird for them to have a character like this. It is anime after all. Alright, well, I got 2 freaking weeks. Let me see how many... I should only have 2 paralogs, right? Oh no, I missed... Did I seriously miss Anna's? Oh, that's bad. I thought I didn't check the date. Oh god, that's terrible. Well, you know what? Oh god, I hate myself for doing this. Why is her paralogue gone? I didn't lose her, did I? I don't remember her dying. No, she's still here. What the heck? Was it really... Whatever, it's a hard paralogue. I just think it's really weird. They expect you to handle such a freaking high level. It's higher level than this one. It's level 25. And I'm not gonna lie, the grapplers and the freaking... And the Bow Knights are kind of tough to deal with at low levels. Then again, the only reason I was able to do it with Demetrius because he had Sword of Void plus 20 and Battalion Wrath. I don't think Hilda would have been as good since she doesn't have the Sword of Void. So I screwed myself up on that one. Oh god, I'm so mad at myself now. Yeah, even Byleth's shocked. I'm shocked too, Byleth. I can't believe you missed Anna's paralogue. I am so stupid. Oh well, that just means I have one less thing to do. I just gotta recruit everyone. And I mean everyone.
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire. He is the Minister of Affairs that are
Unless I
foreign.
can't recruit him anymore.
He is a friend of Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing?
Actually, let me see. Am I at B support with everyone here that I have to? at least A or B. I gotta make sure I don't screw this up. I don't even know what characters I can recruit and whatnot.
I am Owen. He is a...
Let's. I hope I can recruit her.
I am spending my days with devotion to my studies. There is something I think of when looking at you. I am feeling that the way you are teaching would give me great benefit.
I think, now that I remember, she's one of the easier ones, I
Is
think.
it possible to be switching to your class? I would like to be requesting that of you. I have so much gratitude. I am still still not used to the speaking of your language, but I have full comprehension. Please, Professor, teach me all of the things you know.
I still wonder how they talk in her language.
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire.
So I get 2 dialogue supports throughout this whole thing if I recruit them right away? Okay.
But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you.
Woman, you just literally joined my class.
Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Alright, that was kind of funny. Brenta should probably be... I don't know where... I thought you'd think she'd be in her room today, of all days, especially with all the paranoia she's got. I cannot believe I missed Anna's Paralogue.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Remire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy. Good timing, Professor. There's actually something I want to speak with you about.
Oh, she's over there.
Will you put me in your class too? There are so many things I want to learn from you. Being in another class makes it especially challenging. Thank you, Professor. I look forward to studying under you. I will be extra diligent with my studies. Thank you for this opportunity.
I think it's funny how everyone's just choosing to join me at the last, like 2 weeks before the main battle to decide what happens, and then there's a 5-year time skip. I'm like, oh yeah, remember all the classes we took? I'm like, woman, you only took 1 class with me. Not even a class. Oh, she doesn't... Okay, so hers doesn't change, huh? Interesting. I imagine it's probably only for the Black Eagles, then?
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
You know what's funny? The fact there's hoodies in medieval times like this. Then again, I don't even know if they had what she's wearing underneath her skirt, you know, like leathery kind of tights.
Oh, Professor, my class is...
I just think it's funny they had...
Can I join your class?
I just like hoodies. Ashley also has a hoodie.
Yes!
Then again, Byla's outfit is kind of outlandish too.
Thank you so much. This will be so much better. I don't know why, but I'm just so much more comfortable when you're around.
Alright, we got to save Bernadette, everyone. Hope they're all happy about that. Oh, the garden. Forgot about the gardening. Did I get lucky and get something here? I did not get a speedy carrot. That's actually bad. No, I didn't mean to do that. If I can't get more speedy carrots, I might as well just work on the rocky burdocks, right? Why is this happening? Oh, that's why I gotta keep moving to the side over here. Well, I'll see you back in 5 years. I cannot believe I missed Anna's Paralogue. Oh, how did I miss the date? Yeah, whatever. I don't know if it would have been so well since this isn't Dimitri I'm using.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through.
I seriously doubt
I
that.
hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might, and
I'm
pray
pretty
we
sure he's
win this
forced
thing.
to run away. I am pretty sure of it.
Well, I'll be.
Anna, explain yourself.
I believe the Empire raised an army. Even I couldn't have guessed it. War is profitable, but dangerous. I really don't like seeing people I care about out there mixed up in all this.
What do I give?
How about a favor?
That's not actually a good item, in my opinion at least. Doggone it.
Hello there. This one, yes? This
Should
one,
I-
yes?
Maybe, I don't even know how much I have, honestly. Does it really? I wish it would tell me.
I thank you. This one, yes?
I'll just get 20 of each.
I thank you. Return soon, please.
Professor. You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
I'm actually surprised he said that. You know, Ignatz, this could be the perfect opportunity for you to just make a run for it and pursue your dream of being an artist, you know. I wouldn't hold it against you.
Hey!
Really?
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Linhart looks very sad about this whole thing. He feels like he's... I wonder if he feels responsible for not knowing his father's intentions.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show.
I wonder what happens to Raphael throughout this whole
But
course.
first, I gotta get some food.
I think he actually gets a real bad beating, and he's forced to run. Probably, I feel like Ignatz convinces him to run. He probably tells him something like, between the lines, how are you supposed to protect your sister if you're dead? That's what I think at least happened. I don't know.
Really?
Pardon me.
If I had to guess about, I don't know, I feel like Dimitri either got knocked out somehow, or did Dude knock them out and try to make a run for it, only for them to get captured eventually? Ah, Ferdinand, I forgot he lost everything.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
I don't know, man. Join my cause?
Oh, Professor. Here to recruit me, I presume? You have perceived my excellence. Good. But you are not the only person trying to recruit me. I would be happy to join your class, if you are offering. I thought you would say that. I look forward to learning under you. You will soon see how superior I am to Edelgard.
That's funny. We're literally about to challenge her and he says that. I think it's funny when you get some of these, like you end up recruiting all the Black Eagles right away like this, right before the big fight. It just seems hysterical for me.
What? There are always small power struggles, still. It has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should. Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
Very noble of you. Still, you're a terrible father in this game. Good luck. You act like you're not going to join the fight.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning.
Hey, I'm surprised you even said 50.
The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
50. With the size of their army, I was like, no way. I think Shamir underestimated the situation a little too badly.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve? She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan?
No.
Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
I see. The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the battle of the eagle and lion and everything else.
There's no way you would even... I love how Claude makes it sound like they would have caught on eventually. I'm like, how, dude? How?
I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach.
Yeah, I know. We got this. We got this, man. But not right now. There's supposed to be someone over here.
Those who serve the church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before. The church, I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
Here we go, people. Everyone's starting to have doubts.
Well,
I wonder where Caspar is. I think he's the last person I got to recruit from the Black Eagles. I hate this right here. Just freezes. There we go.
Professor.
Hello there! How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them. In the days of yore, the goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in ALL.
Oh, Dimitri, I wish I could recruit you.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
This is why I hate doing any other, route besides Blue Lions. It just feels terrible.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe. Oh, Professor. I have a small request for you. I'd love it if you would add me to your class. I can just tell that studying under you every day would be such a treat. Wow, really? Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I hope to learn a lot from you.
Alright. Mercedes been saved.
Can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear, and now Surely we can win if we rely on each other. Right, Professor?
Was that not the answer you wanted to hear?
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? There was a truly terrible war once upon a time. I never wanted another war.
Flane? I'm not trying to sound like a heartless person right now, but that was 1,000 years ago. Oh my god.
All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Seriously. I think it might have been more than 1,000 years ago. I don't remember the entire timeline thing. I just think it's funny that she has, like, she's got a lot of nerve complaining about such things. Don't you think you lived in peace long enough? I mean, the last few months might have been hell for you, but that's basically it. Okay, I think that's everyone here. Where the hell is Caspar? Cyril. Do I really have to recruit this guy? I think he's actually stronger if I don't recruit him at all anyways. So I'm just gonna talk to him. Gotta find Ash and everyone else though. And Caspar.
Professor?
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've gotta do it, and I gotta do it as best I can. And if that means I gotta die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
I just think it's funny how so many people hate, not Edelgard. Well, a lot of people hate her too, but I feel like there's more people that hate Rhea for some odd reason. Like, she's actually a tragic character herself, for God's sakes, and yet everybody's taking Edelgard's side on all this.
Hey there.
I feel like this is the same people who just don't like religion in general.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial Army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
Wait, what are you trying to say? I wonder if Lawrence already has figured out his father's gonna give in? Or is he just saying that he believes that they're gonna fight along with his house against the Empire until, either they get overwhelmed or whatnot? If it's the latter, he's severely mistaken. In this game, his father's more or less a selfish coward, from what I've gotten, in this game originally. I don't know if I like the new change they did to him in Three Hopes,
His
or whatever.
Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. His Highness would not say, but I can think of only one explanation. She must have been involved in the tragedy of Duskur.
I cannot believe how freaking... Look at this guy. He's freakishly huge, man. I can't get over that. Like, the dude's just a giant.
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance. I had no idea Edelgard was so scary. And Dimitri seems totally different than before. I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them.
You would if I was in Dimitri's class.
Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him. Well, if we're forced to protect this place, our future's going to be dark no matter what. Well, I definitely don't hate him.
I love the way she says it. She says it like all funny, like, I don't know, he's kind of handsome and he can be funny. I'm under the impression Hilda already has a crush on him, but she just won't show it. Oh, item. Am I missing someone here?
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals, to say the least.
See, the first part.
Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them?
Even Sylvain, as smart as he is, it's funny because he thinks this is ridiculous, just like I do. And yet there's people who defend her. How do you guys defend her? She started a war. It's gonna ruin lives, end lives.
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us?
Oh, well, we'll just have to try our best.
Alright.
Professor, I have a request for you. Would you accept me into your class? I'm sure I would learn so much more if I could study with you. Will you give me that chance? I can. Thank you.
Oh, we saved Ash.
You won't regret this. I'm going to give it my all.
Once the... Professor, hi! I have a request for you, if that's okay.
And we saved our little pretzel, too.
I want to join your class, please. Huh? Really? Oh, thank you. I'm so happy right now. I just know I'll be able to learn all sorts of things with your guidance. I can't wait.
Alright, we saved both of them. Never really find out what happened to Annette in the Golden Deer time skip. I think some people probably believe she either got executed or is being held captive by her uncle, who actually sided with the pro dukedom. But who knows? I really hope she just was held against her will, not murdered by her own uncle. That'd be disturbing.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her?
Kid, how much older are you than her?
I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but... the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
The long run, us.
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out.
I love how Dorothea just looks up to us. To Byleth, I should say.
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor? And she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
I really wish they would have gone more into depth about what happens to the nobles that do not want to fight at all in the Adrestian Empire. Yet they never really go much into detail about that, I think. I presume they're either held against their will or they lose all their power as noblemen. I don't know. Let's see. We basically got everyone here recruited. So I think Caspar's the last Black Eagles member.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game, for our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
Alright.
What? That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
Man, that last part's gotta come back to haunt us real soon. I think it's funny because I still remember being in shock when I killed Ferdinand. I was like, did we just seriously kill him? I was like, oh my god. Oh, then the grim realization came to me that I was gonna have to kill all my other students I didn't recruit. And I was like, oh no. I was just in shock.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father.
You talk like as if you joined my side already.
We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach. You know, Professor, I keep hearing good things about you. I gotta admit, I'm curious. Want to let me into your class? All right, that was easy enough. Come on, we're gonna run this place.
Alright, now you can say all that.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father.
There we go. I'll just skip everything else. I just want to hear that part again because it felt weird. He said it like he already joined us.
I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
I think that's everyone. The only person I have not recruited yet is Happy, but she never turns against us, I believe. Oh, and all the teachers. I forgot about them. I gotta recruit them too. Oh, and Zero. But I think he's probably stronger right now. And I feel like if I recruit him, he might actually not be as strong. I could be wrong though. I'm not sure. I never really bothered to recruit the guy.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the Holy Tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor. I have something to ask of you.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower.
I love how smart Hanneman is. He already figured that out.
Of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim?
He figured it out.
The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts. Professor, I've been watching your class activities, and I wondered if you might desire my help. Just say the word, and I'll pitch in. Of course, I have to be truthful. It's all just a ploy to make it easier to research your crest. Feel free to call on me anytime. I'll be happy to lend a hand. And then you can help out with my class, too. It's a joke, Professor. I'd never put a burden on you, a first-year teacher.
I know you wouldn't. I just think it's funny that he figured out Edelgard's whole plan with the crest stones, or should I say the Argarthans, but still. Most people don't even think Claw would have figured that out. Like, it just goes to show you how freakishly smart Hanneman really is.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
At least Eloise is optimistic.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garrick Mach. Oh, Professor. Anything I can help you with? I will do whatever I can to serve you. Excellent. Leave it to me. No matter how small the task is, I vowed to Gerald I would help you.
I think his end support with Byleth is hilarious. He just cries really loud during Byleth's wedding with what random villager he marries. Can you just imagine if they did that in anime? And is it like, someone's like, who's that crying? No, it's just Eloise crying really loud for Byleth. Oh, that's nice.
The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff.
That's a lie. In your end support with Ferdinand, you're actually really good at it.
Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
She's actually so good at it that Ferdinand's the one who has to stay home and take care of the kids while she does all the political stuff, for what I remember reading. I just think that's funny. Kind of makes you wonder if the people who wrote the end supports and whatnot, and the people who wrote the story knew what the hell was going on half the time or not. I don't know. I think that's just about everyone, right? I think like Scythia's the last person I haven't talked to.
Professor, so Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
Just Rails left.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
What is she looking at? Like, is there some kind of mirror up there? I can't see.
May the goddess's voice reach you.
No, seriously, what is she looking at? Nothing. There's no mirror or nothing up there. Let's see. Status quest right here.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Is that really it? Okay.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Alright, now I could talk to the Ashen Wolves later. I better get started doing all my prep. I really wish that Marianne would have gotten gauntlets to A rank already. But I guess we'll see where that goes, I guess. She might reach it yet. I wish I was at A rank for Professor also. It's so weird to have all these students now. I should really only focus on the characters I'm gonna use. I don't know why I just did Caspar at all. Impulse, I guess.
That.
Not gonna lie, their food does look good even though it's terribly 3D'd. Like, some of the best food animation I've seen from what do you call it? From a video game was in Final Fantasy 15. The way Ignis just cooked everything. They call him Iggy. It was just funny because some of those meals actually look really good. Like that one vegetable, I forgot what you call it, but I tried to look up at the menu. I haven't yet to make it, but I really want to make it. It looks like a really healthy, delicious vegetable soup. I think it uses like a little bit of chicken and vegetable broth.
I've eaten.
So I don't know. We'll see where that goes if I ever decide to cook it. Should I focus on Ash right now? I don't know. I kind of want to. Balthus. Wait, really? No one else? I guess... Let's see, where's Ash? Maybe I can find one with Ash and Balthus. Fried catfish. That sounds disgusting. I don't like fish. Ash. Doggone it. Alright, there's one with Ash. Okay, never mind. I'll just do the one with the Balthus likes. I don't think it really matters if Ash likes it or not. Kinda want to use Ash though. Just because he's a really... Most people don't seem to realize this, but Ash actually has a really badass background. He's just an orphan who turned thief. He was actually... I'm sorry. He was a family helper. His parents were cooks. His parents died. He became a thief because he had to help his little brother and sister out. He got adopted by a nobleman. Became an officer's academy. Actually became really good friends with a bunch of high nobles and even the prince of his homeland. Was trained by one of the most veteran kingdom soldiers, being Gilbert, and yet because of, you know, the limitations of this game, I feel like they don't make Ash seem as great as he should be. I actually feel like if there was an anime based on him, Ash would actually be seen more of a badass, you know, the nice badass guy. I actually see it because he's been proven to be a really good archer either way, and I imagine his time as being a thief might have taught him a few tricks that he could have used in real life combat also. I remember I said that Ignatz was a boring character, and I'm sorry, he really is. Him and Raphael in particular are really boring characters. They have nothing interesting in their background. And then there's also characters that should have, you know, have interesting backgrounds yet fail really badly, like Caspar, because of his predicament, being the second son and whatnot. Basically, he shares the same issue with Ignatz. And I just think it's funny. Then I'm here talking about Ash, who has a very interesting background and probably had a lot of potential as a character, but you know, because of the games, the way the game works, that didn't happen. But yeah, I could actually imagine him being a really big badass if they wanted to. Which is actually what I want to do if I were to create that manga. Oh boy, but I feel like some people might say, oh, you're making certain characters look bad because you don't like them as much as other characters. I'm like, no, not true. I'm just going off from what I experienced and got. So basically, if I find Caspar somewhat underwhelming and his whole niche is just to get stronger, the same could be said about Caspar and, Raphael and Ignatz. Well, Ignatz has a different background issue, but he's still, it's just a second son like Caspar. So, he gets kind of screwed over like that. Let me see who... Let me first fix some goals here, because I really do want to use Ash. Oh. Actually, Axe is not bad to have either. Alright, I'll just leave it like this. Actually, now I think about it, what level is he? Level 23, okay, that's good. Really good strength. High dex, decent speed. What about you? Actually, speaking of Casper, I gotta check him out, because he actually has one of the harder paralogs. Because I actually have an option to use him against the Death Knight. Action Brawl. Oh boy. 26, okay, that's really good strength. Oh dear god, that's some really crap dex and speed though, and his resistance is garbage. Burnt Down's actually really good too. Okay. Not bad. She's basically, well, Ash is clearly better. But she's pretty good too, because then again, she does have different niches. You. Magic. Decent. Really bad defense. High resistance. God, Ingrid. Really? Throughout this whole thing, you don't get a level up in strength? I don't know what to do with this extra point. I gotta focus on this guy too. Oh god, no. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, horse. Definitely horse riding. Just for the high movement so you could avoid... His paralog's gotta be really tricky. You're good. You're good. Petra, I don't have to worry about her or Bernadette since they don't have to... They're not as close to enemies as some of the other characters are. I cannot believe I missed yours. Alright, I think I'm good here. I guess just use the sauna on someone else. Maybe Ash. Let's go with Ash. Oh, and he also becomes a nobleman. Ash, I'm talking about. So he's got a pretty badass background. A lot of people like him. In the real world and in the world of fiction. Like, he can't do no wrong. Please don't pass out. Oh, they both got it? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I basically did everything here. Just gonna go to the Abyss and talk to everyone else there. It's a shame I can't use Ash right away after the time skip. Oh. Like, immediately right away. It kind of sucks that they gotta make me actually try to save him again.
Friend, so this is how it's turned out. I figured as much. But I didn't anticipate it would happen.
Alright, 2 seconds everyone. I gotta answer this phone call. Sorry about that, everyone.
If Garrick Mach becomes a battlefield, Abyss will have no choice but to get involved. Everyone here will have no alternative. They've got nowhere else to go.
I just think that's kind of really sad that they have no choice.
I could smell a war brewing. And sure enough, here we are. If Fodlan falls into chaos, I wonder if my debts will fall away along with it. Just thinking aloud here. If the Empire wants a fight, let's give him one to remember.
I'm pretty sure that's what happens. At least I think it does. Also, I gotta talk to Constance. Where's she at?
No. It shakes me to my core that the Empire would lash out so violently. I shall have to reconsider my intended path towards restoring House Nouvelle.
Ah, poor Constance. Don't worry. I marry you in this game. Just for the sake of seeing the end support since I never saw it. Now, where's Happy?
Come on. Lots of people in Abyss are already struggling to get by. War will make things even harder for us. We're sure to run out of food and other supplies. And there will probably be refugees to take care of. Not to mention what might happen if the Empire takes over and decides to redecorate.
Alright, it's about everyone. I don't need to recruit her yet. At least I mean, no, it doesn't matter.
Not to mention... What? You want to know if I can help out? I've got time, but I don't want to spend it all serving the church. Don't make that face. Fine, fine. I'll back you up. Yeah, sure thing. You know, I've never really had a teacher before. And it'll be my first time at the Officers Academy. Sounds like fun.
Alrighty. I think that's everyone recruited. So I guess... Yeah, I mean, that's everything. Let's end the day then. Yeah, let's end the day. I'm curious to see how everything's gonna go out. I'm hoping the Paralogue doesn't get too hard for Hilda and everyone else. I have a plan, but I'm not sure if Hilda's gonna be able to pull it through. But then I guess I don't know how well Vantage and Wrath. I mean, Wrath, Vantage, and Battalion Wrath stack up. Oh great, there's a lag. That's nice. Oh god, no. Can you imagine? First things first, focus on Marianne automatically. Come on. I was hoping for a great, but it can't be helped. Still on authority. I think I should focus on her flying. And heart, horse riding.
It is.
I guess axe for Felix. There we go. Finally a perfect. I never saw his stats. All I know is that Seraphins have having really decent growths. He does not have A rank yet on lances. You'd think he'd have swift strikes by now. I still cannot believe I missed Anna's Paralogue. Oh dear me. Brawling for you. Actually no, let's focus on Axe.
I've still got room. Brings back. Brings back.
Constance, I think she's good. Yuri. I don't know. I'm debating now what to do. Actually, I can't do anything. I just realized I ran out of points. Let me just... I can't believe I lost track really quickly. Goals. Let me just check the goals one more time here. Do you still need lances? I think you're good. But I'll just leave it be. I guess reason I'm flying, just for the heck of it. Yeah, that seems good. I don't know if I should focus on his authority. I don't know if he really needs it or not. I just want to give him. I want to get him to War Master as quickly as possible, though. Although I wanted to get Wrath also for him, just in case. I think everyone's good.
Tell me something. Makes sense to me.
So simple-minded.
Professor.
I guess, yeah. No, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna use her anymore anyways.
My presence will affect nothing.
I really should change this, but whatever. Let's see.
Let's put this to the test.
Talk about having a bunch of students.
Much better.
I'm certain I've improved. I always was a quick study.
I'm getting the hang of this.
I actually didn't learn new skills from those two. I imagine at least. Oh no, just the bow. Alrighty then. Now we're gonna do his paralogue. I mean, Hilda and Cyril's paralogue. But first things first. Let me see. Is there anyone that could get certified here? Just want to know how far is she before she reaches. She's at 70%. That's pretty good, actually. What about you, Linhart? $30. Still has some ways to go. Or he's already a riding unit. That's good. If I get him to Paladin, I'll be happier. Lance and horse riding. Okay then, I gotta change his goals real quick, just for the sake of that extra movement, should it come in handy. His paralogue's actually a pain, believe it or not. I already got him set up for that. Yeah, I did. I don't remember doing that after everything that just happened. Actually, let me just check my supports real quick. Do I have any that I'm missing? No? Okay, that's good. I'll have to figure out when I could do the rest of the supports. I just don't feel like doing them right now, honestly. Alright. Some people consider this the hardest paralogue. I'm not sure. I guess it varies from person to person, but dividing the world is not easy, though. I'll give you that much. It's kind of annoying we have to deal with some character nobody likes, though. Did I miss anything? I don't know.
Hey, Professor. I might have to go back home for a little while. Well, that's one way of putting it. The Almiran forces are causing trouble at Fodlan's Locket. Oh, do you know where that is? Well, the mountain range that separates the Alliance from Almira is called Fodlan's Throat. There's a fortress right on top of the throat, and they call that Fodlan's Locket. Well, yeah, you could say that. I'm sure my brother would be able to handle them on his own, but he said he really wants me to help out. I guess he's a bit tired out from all his hard work. Anyway, our dad's not as sprightly as he used to be.
Sprightly?
He's not up for a fight. Apparently it would look bad if we left it to the retainers. I really, really don't want to go, but I guess I have to.
Hey, Hilda. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I heard you talking.
Hmm? Oh, what's up, Cyril?
You're gonna fight the Almirans, yeah?
Yes, but it's nothing you need to worry about, Cyril.
It's not that. I was just wondering if maybe I could go along with you.
But you'd be fighting people from your homeland. Do you really want to do that?
None of them would remember me anyway. It's just that I got captured in the battle at the Locket, and that's how I ended up here. So I'm kinda worried that other kids who lose their folks might not be so lucky. Before Lady Rhea took me in, I had a real hard time as a servant of House Goneril.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it's not like I'll go around snapping up Almiran children.
That's good, but I want to see things for myself, so I know that everything's okay.
Well then, let's go together. Oh, would you want to join us, Professor?
I mean, I just think it's funny how she just agrees to all this, but okay.
My brother will be there, but I'm a little scared about fighting all those fierce Almirans.
If you could come too, it'd be really great. We'd all feel way safer if you did.
Yeah, let's just begin this paralogue.
Great! I know we'll be okay if you're there. Let's head out right away.
As much as I'm dreading it.
I'll go and get ready too.
Oh, man. Alrighty. Let's see. I remember the map is divided into 2 sections here. And for some reason they decided to leave 0 here. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to reclass Lysithia and Constance. I actually want to use Constance for this mission here, so I'm gonna have to bench someone. Marianne's dancing is gonna be real useful. Yuri's a really good archer, so is Claude. And Balthus is just too freaking good, so I guess... I mean, then again, Linhard... I really don't need Linhard. Let's bench him. We just reclass them both.
I can make it work.
I just like the higher mobility if possible.
In this sunlight, it is hard to feel bright.
Alrighty. Adjutants. Let's see. Who should I make an adjutant for? I guess... No. That'd be a really bad idea right there for her. Who else? Who else should be my another healer? Unless I have a guard adjutant here. No? No one? Okay. No point in using them. Maybe Yuri. No, let me just fix... Actually, wait, let me just check her battalion real quick. I'm talking about Hilda. Actually, let's keep it at that for her. I should really try to fix everyone's stuff also. Repair.
Is that the... Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I might need it. I need wood steel, that's not good.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one?
Oh, I finally get wood dowel? That's so freaking good. Perfect.
Is that the one?
So it costs a lot of metal.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I don't think he needs to. He's pretty good as it is. You just Balthus.
Is that the... Thanks a bunch.
I mean Forge. I meant Forge. Oh, did I say Forge? I meant Repair. What is wrong with me right now?
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that... Thanks a bunch.
How this requires Mithril. I guess that's it for the most part.
Is that... Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, I think that is it. clear up some items in their inventory. How many rocky burdocks do I have? Only one? Okay, just use the rim. He's gotta need it. I'll have bullion. Oh, I forgot I had an energy drop. I still have to figure out who to give that to, though. Might have to be for Yuri. I'm not sure yet. Concoction. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need that either. I'm hoping I don't regret Marianne right now because her dancing's not the... Her dancing's the only real usefulness right now, and everything else is more like meh. But I really want her to get gauntlets as quickly as possible. Alrighty, can I reach? Can I... Who has stride here? Marianne, okay. That's actually... No, I'd rather have it give it to someone else, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Just in case I want her to dance again on my first turn. There it is. Where's hers? There it is. Oh, 5 of it's not bad, and 8 charms, pretty good actually. Okay. Let me just sort out my map a little better over here. I think it would be smart for me to have my flying units over here. Or maybe not, actually. No, let me take that back. I should probably give my archers set up over here, maybe. Maybe a brawler. Yeah, let's have Felix over here. Uh-oh, I just realized I only have 1 archer. 2 archers, actually, and besides Yuri, but I kind of want Yuri over here. Doggone it. Okay, you know what? You know what? This is good. This is good right here. Probably a good idea for me to leave Constance over there, just in case things get a little, hectic. Can I reach these guys? I don't think it matters, really. Maybe I should get stride again, though. Italian. Stride also for, Leone. Fudge. Alright, you know what? Yeah, Leone and who else? Who else over here? Constance won't be able to, you know what? It doesn't matter. Screw it. I don't care anymore. That's enough planning.
Most of our allies have fallen. My big brother and I can probably handle this, though.
Hilda, glad you made it. Lord Holst has been afflicted with a sudden illness and couldn't come.
He's not here? Oh, I'm sorry. You must have been absolutely terrified. It's okay, though. I brought along someone who can definitely help us. That's you, Professor. Please help us save our allies and protect Fodlan's locket.
There's so many conditions for this frickin' map.
Good thing I knew about this back road, huh? We ought to be able to help our friends from here.
Oh, man. Let's see, so what do you got again? Besides aptitude? High dex and high speed, not bad. Still, I don't like you as a character. That's the main reason why I don't want to use you.
I'll get it.
The sun.
Oh, they're ignoring me, okay. That just makes things easier for me, I guess.
Let's get to it.
Support.
Not a
Huh, thanks.
Really? He doesn't take... I was gonna say, you should be able to take him out, dude.
Too easy.
I just hope I don't get hit. Let's see, how am I gonna do this?
Stay focused.
who, me?
Ready and willing.
Leave it to me.
I can't reach that far. That's actually a problem. Actually, let me just let her go over here so I can help out these guys.
Who, me? Huh. That helps.
I can't reach? You gotta be kidding me.
At him.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but we'll see where this goes
Sure
real
thing.
quickly. Just in case, better have all these guys set up over here.
Ready
Cyril,
when you
stay
are.
the hell away from everyone. I think I should be good. I think I got this.
Dictable.
Shot.
You gotta be kidding me. They're going after that guy already?
I'm all sweaty.
Doggone it, that frickin' bird. Alright, I gotta make this quick. Alright, screw them.
No help came.
Oh no, they got one. But we can still rescue the others.
Trying here. I love how there's so many here just to screw with me.
You underestimated me.
Alright, that should probably do it.
They seemed ripe for defeat.
I should have put it. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm so stupid. Am I gonna survive? That's my real question. I'm not gonna get hit, am I? Alright, how do I do this? Doggone it, are you serious? Alright, Claude, I need your crit. Alright, thank you. Can he, okay, good. I was gonna say, can she even reach him?
Enough is enough.
Alright, thank goodness.
It's not luck, it's fate.
It's one issue down. What else am I missing here? 0, that's it?
I just worked harder.
Allow me to demonstrate. Each battle a chance to grow. Practice yields results.
I gotta save these guys real quickly, this is getting bad. Oh god, I think he was gonna take her out like that. Great, rewind. Felix moved. Actually, let me go back all the way over here. I don't know why I just didn't do this right away.
The sun. I sped a weakling to their demise.
I'll go.
Alright, who was the issue here?
Stay focused.
Who, me? Guess I have no choice. Sorry, did I hurt you?
Ah, jeez, someone call me again? Alright, 2 seconds, you guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Let's see, where was I? Ah, yes, trying to figure this mess out.
Ready and willing.
It did knock it out. Okay, it did, good. I was gonna say, I don't think it crit or anything. I just wanted to make sure if I actually got the hit.
Sorry. Sorry, but victory is...
That was amazing.
Sure thing.
I guess I should heal her, just for her to survive.
Oh, nice.
Let me at him.
Balthus the boat, just in case to... Actually, I don't think it's gonna be necessary. Just in case, I probably better place him here. Let's see, what else I gotta do besides that?
Let's get to it.
And they dodged this time, that's nice. If I really wanted to, I could just do this, right? Then they go after Marianne.
Ready when you are.
Watch this.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there goes another one.
This is what I do.
Just gotta keep one of them alive.
It's over. Should I have held back? The glory.
I gotta heal this guy. He's gonna get killed right now. Gotta do something about it.
Don't hold this against me, okay?
Thank God they have bad luck, I think. I think that's the main reason why I'm not dying. Is there anything else that might be better for Byleth than this? I guess a critical ring?
I could use a break.
Man, she'd be amazing if she had already the Aura Gauntlets.
Who's next?
It could get rough.
Can I even... Let me see if I could just warp this guy. I should have just done this from the get-go. I don't know why. I just didn't do this right now. I don't even think these guys can reach me from there. Level 30. Great level up.
I wonder how much more I can learn.
Still in.
Next time, bring your friends.
Gotta be kidding me. I can't even kill him. Besides Hilda, is there anyone else I could use? I guess the worst is over.
Watch and learn.
Oh dear. Oh, there's a chance Leone might die now.
Let's see how they like this.
Are you serious? Oh, that's bad. Alright, I'm not worried yet.
Not good enough.
Why am I even here?
I love how they went after the guy who could actually kill them. Alright, I'm not worried yet.
This'll take some strategy.
I just worked harder.
I don't even know what to do anymore. There's nothing I could do over there. I don't know what. I shouldn't have moved Hilda. I might have to use a Divine Pulse right now.
I'm on no charge.
Pull out all the stops.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Apologies.
Almost mastering her class. One of them's bound to hit.
You're weak.
Another one down.
Let's see what happens here. Oh god, he's coming after us.
Predictable. Allow me to demonstrate.
Each battle, a chance
They actually
to
went
grow.
for us after a 10 with a 10 hit chance. All that matters is I keep one of these alive, one of these green units.
Watch and learn. Let the lesson begin.
As expected.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
This is getting really annoying. Great.
Things are looking up. Let's keep going and save the others.
What others? That was it. That's the only one we saved. Man, you know it's bad when my critical hit ratio is really bad.
Leave it to me.
Can I hit at least one of them? How do I do this? How do I do this? Yuri might be my best bet, maybe.
I've got an ace up my sleeve.
I better hit.
At least you're no coward.
It was a good try.
Just like that. Each battle, a chance to grow. Another step forward.
Not bad.
Okay, I've got it now.
Well, this was kind of a scary episode. Almost ended up losing everyone. Can Felix survive? He might. Maybe I should go in the thicket. This is a thicket, right? Actually, no, I probably should keep Constance close just in case. You, though, I don't want you near anyone. Oh, sweet. She kills him. Barely. Let's go with this one.
That's all there is to know.
Why am I even here?
I guess that's it. Not really much else I can do. Just wait for the last two enemy units to come and attack me. How far can this guy reach? There we go, mess with that class also.
And yet, I still need to grow.
I don't think Transient's really that useful. I think the only person who might benefit from that is Marianne and Mercedes along with Flame, because they have high resistance, so they don't take much damage at all.
Too easy.
Huh. Can't believe... I thought I was gonna have a harder time, honestly. I'm actually happy, though. Still, this was kind of a nightmare to deal with either way. A lot of things went wrong. Oh, I was gonna say, that's it. You killed him.
Next time, bring your friends.
We did it somehow. Cyril, Professor, thank you.
You bet.
I'm gonna drop by my family's estate and complain to my brother a bit. You two should head back.
Only one. That's kind of sad.
They aren't really trying to cross Fodlan's throat. I'm not saying they're not serious, but fights like this one aren't really invasions. They just start fights like this sometimes. It's so they can show off how strong they are. I think it's pretty dumb. I mean, people are getting killed. And why? So some guy can think he's tough?
I think it's funny because Cyril, more or less in this game, addresses the Elmirans as a bunch of idiots, but in Three Hopes they are associated with being much more intelligent and somehow having more advanced technology than we might have expected in terms of their battleships that they have.
After every fight, they do a big feast and everybody eats and dances and there's music.
Then again, I don't know what how old Zero was when all this happened. He might have just seen it from a different perspective, but who knows?
It's supposed to honor the dead, but I figure they just like to make noise.
I cannot imagine Zero being an idiot, so I'm pretty sure he's a smart kid.
I think they're all idiots, but if I'm real honest, it wasn't the worst way to live life.
No.
Nah, I'm where I belong now, and I don't really like Almyra. If they want to show how tough they are, then they ought to look after kids who've lost their parents.
Whew, I'm tired. Professor, Cyril, thanks for all your help.
You get a chance to see your brother?
I did, though I think I'd be better off otherwise. He was horribly ill, for one thing. He looked so pale and haggard. Apparently, he'd eaten a bad mushroom before the battle, and it made him horribly sick. What an idiot.
A bad mushroom.
Anyway, when I told him we'd handled the Almyran situation, he was just gushing with praise. I tried telling him that it wasn't all me, but he didn't even listen. That did feel pretty good, I'll admit. But then things got awkward. He started trying to pawn off his whole inheritance. I told him I wanted none of it. Eventually, he settled for foisting this thing on me. Do you know what it is?
Obviously a
Heck of
relic.
an axe. He gave it to you?
Yes, it's a magic axe called
Freikugel.
Freikugel. It's the hero's relic of House Goneril.
Such a funny name.
He said that I should have it, since the crest I bear will allow me to wield it. He was so insistent, I eventually relented. But I don't think I can be responsible for something so precious. Hey, Professor, why don't you take it instead? Heroes' relics contain terrifying power. They're beyond the capabilities of a novice like me. You're the only person I trust to take care of it. Please, help me out here. Thank you so much. I honestly didn't know what I was going to do with this thing. A big, scary axe is not my style. Plus, look closely. Parts of the axe are pulsating, like it's alive. How gross is that? But I'll use it if you tell me to, Professor. Or you could get somebody else to wield it if you like.
I just think it's funny because it is technically alive when it reacts to a crest bearer and whatnot.
It's all up to you now.
I mean, I forgot the stats on the thing.
That Hilda, she really is something.
Yeah, she really is though. But as I was saying, I'm not sure if I remember the stats. Let's see. Okay, 10 crit. It's not the best and has really crappy hit rate, but it does do a lot of damage. A lot more than the Sublime Sword of the Creator. But man, that hit rate's really bad. No, discard, no, are you crazy? Oh well, anyways, I'm gonna call this an episode, you guys. I'm probably gonna use up the last auxiliary battle and then go into the main battle of this chapter and then go into this 5-year time skip afterwards, and hopefully I don't get soft locked. I hope. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Later.